Alright guys, so in this video today we're going to be talking a little bit more in depth about our Hardpoint games, and then specifically today this one's going to be on Scorch. I figured it would be a good idea to go over for both us, the team, and maybe interesting YouTube video for you guys to see a little bit more in depth about our rotations, our holds, our breaks, if necessary, and certain setups around the map on each Hardpoint. So I got a picture here of the rotation on this map for Scorch, and I'm basically going to be going over at the time that it's happening in this video, which is a video already posted on our channel. I believe it's episode 11. I'm just going to basically be going over how we set up in each hill and how we would break that hill if we needed to in that certain situation. I'm not sure if we break the hill in this video for, say, this hill here or whatever, but I will mention how we would go about breaking the hill depending on where we spawned, obviously. Here we go.
Capture the objective.
This guy's got fucking ants in his pants, man.
Already ended my.
Check your data. New hardpoint location.
So right here off the rip, you can see that I nade to this. I'm trying to nade to this door here, which if I bring up the map, it's right here because this is a common spot. Because they spawn here, and they can either go realistically 3 ways, mostly 2. You'll see a lot of people run through here and go to the bottom door, which is where I throw my nade from, or some people go this way along the curve wall, through connector, and up to this head glitch here, and head glitch this to try and kill us in hill. Or you'll see the occasional person go up through top or up here, through the wall run, and up in security here to try and flank right off the beginning. So when I throw my grenade here, that's what I'm trying to do, and you can even see a grenade coming from that side already, which I'm not sure if I noticed, but well, we'll see what happens next.
Yellow, one more.
Oh my, get off of me.
I got spawned in the back.
So, okay, so right here you can see that Matt is down. I believe Maury is sitting here on the security head glitch. And I believe, let's back it up a second to see again what happens. I believe that.
Ants in his pants, man.
Okay, yes. So Dylan's here going drill, which we occasionally do have to spawn because not many people watch this, and if they do, then it's kind of whatever. So if he goes drill and we call out a lot of people on this head glitch, then by the time he gets here, it'll basically be they'll be getting shot in the back, and we'll already have gotten spawned for the next side, which will force them to spawn out where we spawned. Which the second hill, as you may or may not know, this one here is a pretty big money hill. You can get a lot of time on this hill. It's very easy to set up. So that is why he's going here to try and flank. And you can see Maury here is in top security watching if, as I said before, if someone comes wall run. And then me and Matt are going to hill to try and get kills off spawn. But I believe, yeah, so okay, so Dylan dies on the flank. So this guy actually does end up watching the flank. So he's down already.
Yellow, one more.
Oh my god. So I get 2 people there. Pretty lucky that I snapped onto that second guy. Get off of me. And then I believe,
I got spawned in the back.
yeah, okay, so Matt goes down in the temporarily that I'm not watching this left side head glitch, which is my job to watch that left side, as you'll see in a second. I sit on this head glitch right here, which this is a pretty disgusting head glitch if you're trying to kill someone off of. Realistically, the only chance you have is if you come on a really high wall run and shoot them over this side here. Otherwise, it's pretty outrageous. So if I zoom in a little bit here, I'll show you how we would normally set up. So if we spawn on this side and we get all 4 down, we would set one person up here. I don't think I can draw on this. I just go back. Okay, I zoom in. I'll just zoom in. So we'll set up one person here watching this side, like that, like you see in this clip right here. And then I'll also have one person here watching the bottom lab door, which is pretty well the exact same head glitch as on this clip, is on this same side over here, which Matt normally sits there but gets killed off the spawn. So this is only if we get a decent number of people down, say like 3, maybe even 2 if possible. But you won't see anyone set because you don't know where everyone is right off the beginning. But if you get people down, you know where they're spawning, and you can hold a setup in the middle, which is typically a scrap hill if you set up properly.
Yo, I'm pushing up lab.
Yeah, I'm just hiding. I'm hiding for a second.
Yo,
So right there, you see Mori. We know that we want spawns for second hill, which is why we sent Dylan flank off the beginning. So Mori flanks there in hopes to catch someone off guard going through wall run, because he was watching it for the first 9 seconds or 10 seconds of the game. Okay, no, 20 seconds of the game, and no one had come there yet. So he tried to get into their base and hopefully spawn them out back cave so that we could have spawns for next side. But unfortunately, he gets killed by 2 people off spawn, and he'll probably end up spawning back cave again or security.
Watch security. Whoever's close to it.
Yo, when I got naded from...
Again, you can see how incredible those 2 head glitches are, where I don't even have someone watching my right side over here. I just simply turn to the right, and you can still, if someone decides to just simply run around this door, it's still a very easy head glitch to kill them on, and it's really a good spot if you don't know of that already.
Yo, I he'll run absolutely fine.
I spawned rocks. I got a weird spawn.
So here you can see that someone is in lab right now, based on where I'm judging off of the minimap here. Someone is probably around here, which when I tell them that I spawned on the back rock side, that should tell them that they're being pushed in some way in security, or there's someone around them at least, and they're in scrap hill, and we need to push all the way around to get into new. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble to try and break this next hill, which I believe we do end up having to break anyway, but we'll just see what happens.
First spawn push. No, come here, left side.
We've captured the hardpoint.
Fuck, I tried. Stupid.
There, that was just I don't know what happened there. To be honest, I guess I thought the guy wasn't necessarily going to come out and peek just yet, so I tried nading him and just so that I could run away after. But he caught me on good timing, throwing a grenade, and killed me. So I end up going down, and I believe I spawn back again. Yeah, me and Dylan spawned together in the back.
Soldier, get him across to the next location.
Yo, hold on here, Dylan.
So at this point, we need to make sure that we're hitting this next hill. As you see, there's only 7 seconds left on this hill, and it's really not that important. We're just basically giving up this 7 seconds, unless Dylan can try and kill this guy in hill, like catching the guy off guard. But we need to hit this together and wait for these guys to come off spawn with us, so that we can all hit and hopefully break off pretty well the beginning of the hill and try and get a lot of time on this next hill.
Yeah. Don't get picked.
Yo, why are you pushing the gate?
Alright, we're good. Let's go.
Matt, what do you...
We've captured the
Nading
hardpoint.
us first, still?
So here, this is my favorite thing to do to try and break this. As you can see, we have someone mid-map right now, someone back probably on the drill site, and me and Dylan here trying to break this. Now, to me, the best way to break this is to flood this side. And I know there's a nasty head glitch here that someone can easily get a 2-piece, 1 or 2-piece, 2-piece probably max. But if you do it this way, which I throw a grenade to the left side of this head glitch, as you can see here,
The enemy has the hardpoint.
and then I tell him to go, because this grenade forces this guy to move to the right where he can't see me coming around the edge right away. Whereas, like, if he's pre-aiming this right here, if he's sitting right here on the map, he can see me coming right away. And that's not good, because I'll have to snap on him, whereas I'm just walking right into his aim. So it ends up, I believe it ends up happening. And this guy has to go over here, and I'm pretty sure I melt him out time glitch, we'll see. So right here, we've already won the rotation, because we have all 4 of us about to flood this head glitch. I get the first guy off of this, and I'm sitting now on the dominant head glitch on this hill. So this guy pretty well has no chance of killing me once I catch him off guard and bottom. And then it's basically after this, it's just up to picking up the guys that are straggling around in this area here, because we all came from here. They're likely spawning all here, running through this long haul, coming through the wall run, maybe coming through the middle of the map. Who knows?
Capture the hard point. Hard point contested.
Weak, I'm like,
One more last time.
probably coming off spawn.
Right there you hear Dylan saying everyone's set up, as in this is our setup here. You can see Dylan is helping me on this wall run side because we're expecting that as we do it ourselves, people are likely going to try and flood this side because this is the easiest way to flood the hill. However, our setup, we have two people on this side that you might not see right away. We have one person sitting on the obvious head glitch and one person sitting in this corner over here, tucked away right here, so that these people that come around can't necessarily see him right away until they try and jump around and challenge me. And if I get one person or maybe two and then get weak, Dylan can come and help by shooting these guys that come around here if there's three people flooding, or he can even help the person here who's shooting the person bottom or top based on where he is on the map. There's also, I believe it's Mori roaming inside the middle of the lab, just playing a corner, trying to catch people off guard, basically trying to just catch one person running alone and end up shooting him in the back. I believe he's sitting somewhere around here. So if someone's running through here, if they don't check their left corner, Mori will kill them. If someone runs through the bottom of the lab and they don't check behind them and try and go bottom here, then Mori will hopefully see them and shoot them in the back. And either way, if they come connector through this way, then me and Dylan are both there waiting to preempt them. So we have one person here watching this in case anyone slips through past Mori. Two people watching this side, and then Mori's playing a corner in this hill here. We'll see how it unfolds.
One there, one bullet still. He might wall run on me. Yeah, one. I'm weak.
Yeah, well, he's one.
I got bottom left.
That's 3 or 4.
Oh, my bad.
So there you see that I get flooded, which I predicted was going to happen. There was 3 people that came, I believe, to that side. Maybe only 2. But I think it was 3. And this person came to the head glitch, originally spotted me on the head glitch and backed up to get information for his team. Then you saw the same thing that I did. The person grenaded me on this side, but I didn't have to move. I could just lay down because I knew Dylan was here helping me on the people that came to challenge after. So I didn't have to move right away. Instead, I laid down to make sure that I couldn't get shot at either way and end up dying because I'm weak. So this spot comes in huge at the end. Even though he ends up dying, he still delays for a second to help me so I can regain health, get back on the head glitch, and clear them all again, forcing them to make a decision because they just spawned all the way out here. So now they're forced with the decision, okay, do we waste 10 seconds running all the way down here, trying to hit the hill and getting maybe 10 seconds of scrap time, then having to rotate all the way across the map over to this hill. So after killing them once off of this hill, we force them to spawn out. They have to make a decision on whether to hit scrap or to rotate early and give us all of this time. So that's why this hill is such a money hill.
You can have a name.
Yo, where the fuck y'all going?
Where's he doing?
He's pushing dots.
Nah, turn around.
Just the spawn I got dots. I figured I may as
Yo,
well.
let's go rotate.
I'm on.
Point contested. Trinity rocket
fine.
prep for launch.
So there you see that guy make what I think is a mistake. Basically, he pushes hill alone on the head glitch side where he's got no one to trade on him. So he's pretty well giving up his life. And as that is happening, our team is already rotating through the long haul together. There's 2 of them. And me and Matt are sitting hill waiting, predicting that someone might come. And at the end there, I was going to leave regardless around 10 seconds. So we catch this guy trying to kill us off spawn, and he is now going to spawn out around here instead of right in the back with his team. He's going to spawn over here because our people are already pushing into the hill. Now instead of it being 4 people or 3 people around New Hill, it's now 2 or maximum 3 people. So we have 2 people rotating that could very well now win the rotation off of the rotation of us taking all 60 seconds on this hill pretty well. I think that was a mistake by that guy.
Go on here, Mark.
Yo, let's push it.
I'm coming long haul.
Yo, 2 on the heady, drill site heady. Coming long.
Hardpoint identified. Get a move of bombardment armed and ready.
Go one's in the back, one's in the back. Jump up, weak.
Ready for use. Hardpoint contested.
Last one, absolute back.
That's one.
We've captured the hardpoint.
So there I got a very interesting spawn. Off the break you see that we had 2 kills going into the hill, which they were probably still spawning back here because they likely had spawn off of the beginning rotation, because our guys were just flooding through the long haul. So they were still likely spawning here. So I end up dying by a guy middle map, which means they're likely around here. I was expecting to spawn somewhere around here, maybe even back here, but I spawn right here. And to me that's a very interesting spawn, because now you're wondering, is there someone still in the back of the map, or did they end up spawning back here? Which doesn't, like, it's kind of weird because we pushed through here, and depending on where Matt is pushing after old scrap, which I believe is here, and running through this long haul, you would think that I would spawn with him, but instead I spawn here, which we sort of end up pinching them in a sense because we have guys here and I spawn here, and I believe someone is already fighting in the back of the map. So it's just a very odd spawn, and maybe a fortunate one too.
He's in L, I think. Dead? No, absolute 1 bullet. I got him.
There you can see the pinch right there. Maury came through the back, and Dylan is in hill. I think it's Dylan, maybe Matt, sitting in hill, trying to kill the last guy that was in the back indeed. And now we know, based on the fact that I got here alive, that they're either, based on looking at the picture too, I believe Dylan spawned here. So they're either, Dylan might have even spawned behind them, or they spawned behind me, or they're already hitting the long haul. So we immediately turn around.
Check your front, your mid, man.
Hardpoint contested.
Matt does a good job picking one guy off, making sure he doesn't die in hill, so that we basically have to do a mini break. He gets one guy long haul and then calls out long haul again, where, I guess we just see how it plays out. There, that was so Matt called out that there was guys there. Once I saw that he died, I knew there was at least one person there, obviously, and he called it out. It's also a very precarious situation for them because, like, they're sitting in the middle of the hall. They really have no cover. Once they commit to a push, they have to commit to it there. They can't back up. They can't do anything. They have to kill us there. So that's just really a bad spot for them to be in. And as you can see, I guess, replay it a little bit. Matt's weak here and dies. I see this one guy here out of the corner of my eye when I peek. We double peek it from the left and the right. So once, even if I didn't kill this second person, Dylan was here to help me on the second guy already, which means now, based on where we are, we've taken the hill time again, because you see Maury's back here in the back holding spawns for us. Dylan just came through the middle of the map to help me. I killed the guy in hill. Now, we can see where Matt spawns, but I'm fairly confident they're going to spawn anywhere back here, which will take them at least like 7 seconds to run to hill and then coordinate a push as a team together. So we basically took all the time last hill and broke the hill fairly easily to get the initial time off of this hill as well.
If I get a kill, I might streak. Yeah, one's mid, Michael Cave. One more mid. Yo, oh my god, I was fucking.
You can get that last one.
Yeah,
so there you can see I was pretty well right. They all spawned. They all ended up flooding through the middle of the map. I was fortunate to get kind of a group shot on 2 guys, almost 3 guys. Actually 3 guys, because I ended up killing 2. And so basically their plan, I guess, was to flood 2 guys through the top and maybe 1 bottom or 1 through cave. And I ended up just shooting through both of them up at the top and even hurting the 3rd guy as he was jumping by, or I don't know what he was doing. But I ended up hurting 3 people. The third person ends up pushing through to try and ends up killing me. But at that point, he's already weak. We have control of the hill. He's dead guaranteed with no teammate help to trade on his death. So we pretty well hold that hill 75%.
We're late. I'm streaking.
Here I notice when I come off spawn, if I back it up a little bit, that there's 8 seconds left in hill. We have 1 person in middle map. We just finished killing them all off of their push. 1 person holding scrap. 1 person, I think, maybe even 2 middle map. 1 person might be on the left side here by the drill. But I realized that I have full streaks. The hill is predominantly outside, or with 2 major buildings that I could trap them in. I'm going to streak this side so that my team can get to the hill and we can break their rotation.
Yeah, we're late. I'm streaking.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
2 mid. One bottom lap.
Check your data.
Might come
New
connected.
hardpoint low. We've captured the hardpoint.
Yo, try to push it.
Hardpoint there.
Yeah, one of these hurts.
Hardpoint contested.
Right here is a very odd situation because we have 1 person in the back lab, it seems. Probably because I called out 1 person was in the bottom lab after I used my Trinity rocket. I end up getting 1 person middle map as well, which was a good decision because if I didn't call them in, they would have had to kill those 2 people by themselves. They wouldn't have known that they were there necessarily. If 1 person was pushing mid, the very best situation is a 2-piece, which if you don't know where they are, that's kind of hard to do. So maybe 1 kill in a trade is realistic. And then you have basically, again, another 1v1 on the rotation. It's just kind of random. So using the streaks at that point, I think, was a smart idea.
Hardpoint contested.
Oh, yellow heady.
OD, left side hill.
Yo, I'm streaking it. Stay up.
Yo, no, get closer to the hill.
There, Dylan makes a good point. That was my mistake there. And when you spawn here and you're probably a 6-second run away from the hill and you streak off the beginning, there's no real benefit to that, as you're simply just going to make them run into this building here or this building here, depending on where our team is, and basically force them out of the hill for the amount of time it's going to take me to run to the hill now. Which, if I was already here or our team was already here, we would force them either to run into this building and get killed by us, or into this building where we know they are absolutely, or this building which they're too far away from the hill. So I should have waited there, and if you ever get in a situation, you should also wait there until you get closer to the hill, and that'll serve you better, as you'll know where they are.
Yeah, I spawned close.
They all gotta be OD.
Yeah, they're in there. 1 after.
There you can see what actually ends up happening is Mori gets 1 kill off of what my bombardment might have gotten on somebody sitting in hill, but I'm pretty sure I streaked mostly this side of the hill. So we had someone in the drill and they didn't end up getting a kill, so we know no one's in the drill. They pretty well all have to be here. We also have 1 person flanking through the middle, coming through connector, and we're basically setting up a pinch on this new hill. So right there, you see it happen right there. So 1 person came through here, 1 person came through here. I got 1 person off the entry, and then I believe it was Dylan on the flank, shooting people in the back, and Mori and Dylan team shot this last guy here. So Dylan shot 1 person in the back, and then they team shot this person that was sitting in this head glitch right here. It was a good break.
Spawn back row. Alright, give me a sec. Cave.
So that was an interesting spawn. I actually like to look back at this. Okay, so Matt spawns here in the back, which is a very odd spawn because he spawns back over here by the drill. He says back drill, which we call this drill. He spawns back here. So if you end up looking, we have 1 person in hill, which is me, 1 person around here, and 1 person around here. So you would think that they would spawn, that we would be forcing the enemy team to spawn around here somewhere, which doesn't really make sense that we would have 1 person spawn here as well. So we'll see how this plays out.
Spawn back row. Alright, give me a
You can see I'm kind of flustered. I don't really know where they're going to end up coming from. I'm switching back and forth between sides because I have no idea where they're going to spawn. It's a very odd spawn. Then you end up seeing that they all actually ended up spawning back there. So Matt spawns pretty well right with them. He spawns and runs directly to drill. If he had gone this way, he would have met the people that spawned in security pretty well. One person ended up going middle and Dylan got in a gunfight. Maury sees the guy come to this little cave head glitch here. And I believe Matt helps him on that. But they predominantly spawn around here, and as does Matt pretty well right over here, which is very odd.
I'm going bottom left. Going bottom left. I think they're just sitting there, to be honest, for now.
One's on cave, heady.
Check your data. New hardpoint low. The enemy has the hardpoint.
Someone hit this with me.
So, okay, so right here, we see that they're in the hill. We see that they're back cave still because someone's being shot at. And we have a pretty good pinch setup. We have two people on this lab side. Someone is over by the wall run security. And someone is around the cave head glitch, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's where they are. So whoever's in the hill, they're about to get pinched by two different ways. So this is a pretty good pinch, and I say to someone hit it with me so that at the very least we get a trade, hopefully. To see how this happens. That works out in the best situation right there, as we get both people, me and Matt, I believe it was, on that side, get both. And actually I was wrong. The person on the wall run was Dylan. The person on his head glitch was Maury. So Maury dies in the back, I believe. Me and Matt get both people from this pinch here. And we basically have a clean swipe of the hill now.
I'm watching
I don't know
Dave.
where they are.
I spawned security. Watch your lab.
I didn't hit anything, Dave.
So right there, Maury calls out that he spawns security. So we know they got to be on this side of the map over here. They must have spawned around here somewhere. So immediately me and Matt turn around again and get on our head glitches. So you'll see this person here is looking over us as well to help us shoot because we figure they all spawned back here because we gotten 3 down. And someone is watching the security wall run as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, one bottom right now.
Okay, so right here you see I was exactly right. They all ended up spawning here, and 3 of them in fact ended up running through here, which a very bold situation because it's a very easy shot from this hill right here. And we also ended up having someone flank through here, which they weren't looking for, I guess, or they didn't expect. And we had someone turn around and watch cave just in case one person might have spawned, and they had a split spawn. You don't really need 3 people looking in the same direction. So right there, Maury notices that there's 3 people shooting down to my left. He immediately jumps behind them. We have one person over here shooting at them, and one person flanking around shooting at them. It's pretty well, that's going to be 4 dead. And so they get the best possible situation out of that. They get one of us down instead of all 4 of them down and all of us alive.
Turn around, possibly. Matt, where
I'll
you
watch,
were? Yeah, turn around.
Okay, so and then again there you see that we spawn in lab, or whoever, I believe it was Matt. Matt spawns in lab, pretty close. So we know that they must have spawned around here. So immediately you see all of us turn around, set up in our different manner.
Matt isn't there. Matt isn't here.
I got your cave. One cave, one bullet.
This is our other setup here. If they're on the other side, is this person here is watching. So he's sitting right here in this corner, so he can't be seen by cave. He can see all of this security side. So he preempts either one. We have one person back here, kind of roaming between here and here to try and make sure that no one comes drill. And then we also have one person as well roaming between the bottom lab and coming to hill, helping. It's not really like this person is likely going to get traded, so you kind of need someone roaming around here to help in case that happens, or they call out that they get flooded by numerous people and can't kill them all. Here you see it. I believe we get broken here because of a mistake. They kind of an over assistance, really. Kind of, I don't know. It kind of works out negatively for us that we get both of these guys. Well, one of them anyway, because Dylan gets the kill on the guy that comes up top security. But now we kind of get bad timing here because Mori ends up coming to the hill to help Dylan on the same thing. But then he's not watching this, and I believe someone ends up coming around and shooting us in the back.
Yo, one might drill. Fuck, I knew it. Two. One left side. Might be bottom left. Oh, nice one. What the fuck?
So right there you see that I was right. Someone did, and I predicted it at the time anyway, that someone was going to come around here and shoot us in the back because how much time is left? There's about, at the time, they probably spawned with about 30 seconds on the clock, and they knew they had to get here for this second money hill to make sure that they got the proper time to at least give them a shot at coming back in this game. So they sent, I believe it was 2 around here, because we had 2 down here, so the other 2 must have went around, and ended up shooting me in the back just before I turned around. If I had turned around a second before, I would have got that, at least one guy off of that. And then you see that I spawn here, which is very interesting because we never ended up killing the second guy, I don't think. So you can see here that I die by the person named Playify. And if we move on, Dylan gets a kill on a guy named Charlman, who likely was the second person that was there with the other guy. So right now we know in this situation we still have one person missing, so you can see us kind of looking for this guy, and we'll see how we play it out.
He's not snake.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he's in the back.
Did he pinch outside?
No, one man
Yo, behind me, lab.
all the way in the back.
Me behind you, lab.
So there you see that guy pretty well got one kill on me originally in the middle hill and just ran straight around to the back and laid down in the back spawn here, which is a smart move because we ended up having to pinch or set up a pinch here to make sure that we got this guy out of hill. And while that was happening, all his teammates, the original 2 that got down over here, were flooding through the long haul, and they end up shooting me in the back, and it makes this hill kind of scrappy, and if we don't win our gunfights, this could go very differently.
He's one shot.
One more, on the right.
Check your data. New hardpoint level. The enemy has the hardpoint.
He's on the head, he's on the head.
So you see that even though Dylan gets 2 and Mori gets 1, so we get 3 of them, they still have one person here because of how close they were spawning, because these guys were already pushing through long haul, and one person was in the back. They spawned very close, and even though we technically outkilled them on that hill, they still have one person left, and we end up having to run straight to hill in hopes that we can get this guy before his team gets here. See how it happens.
Hey, push it.
I'm overdriving.
Just a quick add-on there. You can see even I knew at the moment there that I could I checked my right side because I know there's a possibility that I can get shot in the back in this situation if I don't go quick, or if they're even already here.
Guys behind the drill. I'm not one bomb attack.
We've captured the hardpoint.
On the top.
We're winning this fight.
So there you see we get the perfect situation. I got 1. I didn't even know where he was at the beginning. He might have even seen me first. Get him, and then Matt gets the guy that came in behind me. So a perfect situation there.
Yo, one coming snake.
Fuck is that?
Connector, sorry.
Let's tear it up, back
Bottom
up.
left,
Got him.
I'll grab bottom.
And again, you see our setup again on this hill. And from here, pretty well the game is over because we've got a full setup on this hill. We're killing them off of their push now. They're in the situation where they're getting 100-point club. That's way out of hand. They don't know what to do. Pretty well a domination at this point. I've got streaks. There's no way they're coming back in this.
I got one on top.
One there, Dylan. 2 bullets in him.
You mind connector?
Yo, top, hurt, coming out now.
Matt, can you see it?
Yeah, no one's over there. I don't have bottom now.
One more, he's coming to eat up. With last, that's 4.
That was just desperation right there. He was just trying to kill me off of that. I hope that he can get into hill and save his team, really. But Dylan gets 3 outside here. Ends up pushing around after I got the first guy weak. Gets 3, and that's a perfect situation, really. He could have got shot in the back. He could have got shot anywhere really, just roaming like that. But perfect timing. It was a good play. Shoots 3 people in the back, or maybe 2, and it works out perfectly for us.
I'm gonna streak the rotation.
Soldier, gonna move on to the next location.
Yeah, one's cave, and one's drill, and one's in hill.
Yeah, hill gun.
What are you doing? This guy's fucking kill horning on drill. He's going mid.
Check your data.
Yeah, spawn here,
New
let's go.
hardpoint left. The enemy.
But even there, you saw Mori in my brief kill cam spectator mode there. You can see Mori's holding this back spawn. One person's in here. We have one in scrap, and that guy makes the mistake of pushing me at scrap, so pretty well forcing me not to spawn. But be clear, he pushes over to this side right here, catches me coming out here. So because he's at this position here, and likely came this way, I can't spawn here now, and I'm virtually forced because he's here likely. He might have teammates here, might have teammates in, well, he does have teammates in hill, and possibly in the long haul. So he pretty well forces me to spawn in the back with my team, even though I probably should anyway. But he absolutely forces me to spawn in the back, which is, like, pretty well cements the win for us.
Check your data.
Yeah, spawn here,
New
let's go.
hardpoint left. The enemy has the hardpoint.
One in the
Got
back.
him.
One in hill.
One's on me, one's on me.
You can use camo, use camo, use camo.
Let's see where the guy's holding him. Oh, he's right here. Two in the back, two in the back.
Hardpoint contested.
I spawned on your rocks, hold on.
Oh, nice, nice.
Check your mid, check your mid.
Wanna push up mid there? There we go. I'm here with you, I'm here with you. I got him.
There's the game. So pretty well at the end there, you just saw I had camo. They probably had nothing. It was a rather bad use of camo, but either way, we ended up getting the kills. We closed it out. So that's gonna do it for the video. It's probably a long one, but I mean, if you want to know how to play Scorch Hardpoint, that's a pretty good example. I think we pretty well dominate that team. They were pretty good too. It was on our host, but I mean, by that much of a convincing margin, we won by 190 points. That's pretty convincing. So if you want to know how to play Scorch Hardpoint, there's a couple spots for you, a couple setups. If you like the video, leave a like. Let us know in the comments, and maybe we'll make some more of these. There won't be any more videos for about a week. We take a week break, as we've posted pretty well every day since like middle of January, I think. We've posted at least a video a day. So we'll be on break until probably we'll have a next video out on the 27th of February, as we're all in university and have reading week, or basically a week break. So let us know in the comments if you like these videos. Maybe I can make another one when I'm at home for the week. But yeah, let us know. Maybe even tag the video that you want to see commentated over in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe,